All right, Dr. Emer, we're live.
Hey, you guys, it's Dr. Emer. I'm super excited to be here with my patient who came in for her first treatment, was it a month ago? Month ago. And if you take a look at her pigmentation around in her eyebrows, this was medical tattooing or dermablading. What did you have done? Microblading.
Yeah.
And it caused pigmentation there that she didn't like. And you can see it wasn't even. There's, various areas on this upper and outer portion. And I had a conversation with her about not doing tattoo removal through the entire brow because it can remove the hair. So we were isolating the areas where she has pigment that she didn't like. And in one session of doing ruby laser, you guys could see a big improvement. So what I'm gonna do now, and you can take a look, I mean, it's pretty dramatic, that before and after, which is really phenomenal actually for one session. So what I'm gonna do now to make it even better is I'm gonna do a combination. This is the best tattoo removal device right now in the world. This is from Canada. It's called the Asclepion laser, made in Germany, distributed in Canada. One of the things that it has on here that almost no device has is what's called microspot technology. This is using a ruby laser fractional. It's extremely rare to find this. Actually, I don't think anyone else makes it. But what it does is it fractionates the ruby, so you can actually break apart the pigment into little sand particles without really damaging the skin at all, which is why it's amazing for melasma. You can actually use this for melasma. It's very commonly used in other countries for melasma, but not very frequently in the United States. So we could use this with all the technologies we have, plus my skincare line. So what I'm doing right now is I'm able, because it's fractional, to be able to go through the hair and get some of that pigment that she didn't like on some of these outer portions and really break this apart without really any downtime. I mean, this is going right through fractionally using the ruby to break this apart. So you can do this actually full face for rejuvenation. You can use this for sun damage and pigmentation. And you can use it for things like this, where we're breaking apart the final steps of medical tattooing or camouflaging or dermablading. So we're gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do the edge here. And again, get those little areas. Now remember, ruby is the most attracted wavelength of pigment. This is why it would be very dangerous to use a ruby laser in a dark skin patient because they could turn white. So you can use it on certain tattoos and certain skin types, but it's very important you know what you're doing. So that's the fractional ruby. I'm gonna show you guys in the near future us using it for melasma, combining it with other lasers like Pico and Peels and my skincare line. So that's step one. So we started, not too much pain, right?
Not at all.
Which is great, because that's the thing. It seems like it's painful, but it's not. It's just very important to be eye shield protected when you're doing these lasers because they can cause damage to your eye. Remember, the back of your eye has pigmentation in it. So if you put a tattoo laser in your eye, you could go blind. Don't want to do that. So what we will do, I'm going to switch the thing. Exactly. So we're going to switch now. Now take a look. Looks great. Already looks better. Again, it's like almost gone. Literally. Like in that one pass. Look at this. It's like almost gone. It's amazing. Look at that. I honestly think I wanted to do probably 3 to 6 sessions. We might only need 3. Perfect. So we sober. Perfect. So now we're going to switch to him. We already did a ruby. So now we're going to switch to a YAG. What's a YAG laser? It goes the deepest of all the wavelengths. This is going to allow us, because we just broke those particles into smaller particles, and now we got to hit every single one of them. So we got to go a little bit stronger. So we're going to do, let's do the patch. Do the patch.
Dr. Emer.
Yeah.
I was unofficial. We're unofficial right now.
What?
I was replying to something.
Oh, man. That's okay. You're going to have to collab it.
I will.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put our chemical called perfluorodecalan on each of the areas of the tattoo. And this is going to get rid of any of the superficial frost that you get, the gases that form from tattoo removal, so that we can do 2 passes. I want to do 2 more passes. Initially we did 2, now I'm going to do 3. So we did our fractional ruby first. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper. Hit it with the YAG. That tells you the wavelengths change your goggle. And that's what we're going to do. So again, this one, she might feel a little bit more, but not too bad. And again, we're going to isolate the areas of concern. Perfect. Beautiful. So again, this wavelength a little bit more deep, which is why she can feel it a little bit more. But again, it's grabbing those particles that the ruby did. Try a little bit here, to the edge. Perfect. Okay, now let's go to the other side. We already put that perfluorodecollane on, which is a skincare, which helps break apart any of the gases that have been released from the initial laser. Now, one of the things I have people do is use Latisse and an eyelash serum that has stem cells in the skin while we're doing tattoo removal, because it keeps the hairs protected and it's less likely to make them change color. Okay, now we gotta do that one more time. I'm gonna take that here. Now, I'm not switching anything, but I'm switching the wavelength, but it's the same goggle. So again, we're putting this on because you guys see that whitening effect? That whitening effect is gas that's released in the skin. A lot of people say frosting. It's not really frosting. Frosting is when the skin gets damaged. This is a gas that you need to clear before doing another pass. So this chemical that I'm putting on, you see how the gas now disappears? It gets rid of that gas really fast. Called perfluorodecollane, PFD. So now, last one, basically gave the hairs a little condition. This one you're gonna see a little bit more. This one is more on the superficial surface. We've gone from each level. In the skin, this one's a little brighter. Oh, hold on. I might need to use, well, try it. But again, you guys, tattoo removal is very specific. Requires someone who really understands laser technology and wavelength. So here we go. Again, this one's much brighter. You're going to see this one. Almost. Much more of a frost. Perfect. All right, let's go to the other side. Little whitening effect this time, but that will go. As you went a little stronger. Perfect. This one's more superficial, so this is going to get any remaining pigmentation on the surface. This one, again, you cannot do on dark skin because it'll turn their skin white. Okay, so now we did it. So now if we take a quick look, you're going to see some of that gas on the skin, a little whitening effect. That will go away pretty quickly with her Latisse and stem cell. I think if we take a look, almost all that pigment's almost gone. So I think in one more session, we'll be good. That's it for tattoo removal with the best technology in the world, the Atslapian Tattoo Star. Love this device. Bye, guys. All right. You're great.